Hello everyone, good morning. My name is Ahmad Nanda Rafi. I'm from Mercubuana University, Jakarta. Here I want to present my final exam answer in scientific writing field. Okay, let's get the ball rolling. For the first question is about IMRAT. What is IMRAT? IMRAT stands for Introduction, Method, Results, and Discussion, which is a structure employed in a growing number of scientific publications, including those in the natural sciences and public health. And the next question is mention 10 kinds of style to write the source of the code. For the first is APA station style, MLA, Chicago or Tribune, IEEE, and AAA, and also APSA style, ASA, CSA, Harvard style, and also AMA style. For the next is what are the main features of the mainly applications. Basically, there is two important features in mainly application. For the first is several options for creating references and importing. We can the mainly application supports online import bookmarks and can be used. And also the second is options for organizing and annotating PDFs that are special. We can rename PDF files automatically according on the author, journal, title, year, and other criteria and group them into several directories. And the next question is what are the main components of a scientific article structure? For the first is title page, abstract, introduction, method, results, discussion, and references in the last section is usually common in scientific writing style. Okay, for the next question is what is a research background? The research background is a quick summary of the most important investigations that have been undertaken thus far and given in chronological sequence. And the next question is how to formulate research objectives. Here is the step to formulate research objectives, which is identify the research question, determine the purpose of the research, identify the target population, formulate specific objectives, and the last is review and refine the objectives. For the next question, what is an inductive mindset? The inductive mindset is a mode of thinking that begins with the particular observations or facts and then builds generalization or hypothesis utilizing that evidence. And the next question is what are research methods and methodologies? For the first research methods is conducted in the natural or social sciences or in any other field. A a research method attempts to describe the techniques or procedures that the researcher has used to address the research question, dispel the hypothesis, and ultimately solve the research problem. And the methodologies. Methodologies discuss and explain the data collection and analysis method you use in your research. For the next question is what are the benefits using the methodology? A research approach A research approach offers the study credibility and yield reliable scientific results. Additionally, it offers a thorough strategy that aids in keeping researchers on course, facilitating a simple, efficient, and manageable approach. And the next question is, what are the points written in the research and discussion paper? The research section is a section containing a description about the main findings of a research, whereas the discussion section interprets the results for readers and provides the significance of the findings. And the next is what is a scientific journal? A scientific journal is the best medium for disseminating and popularizing scientific information in the form of accomplishment, discoveries, and research findings. The next is what is the difference between local, national, and international scientific journals? For the first is local scientific journal, a scientific publication that specialize in publishing research articles from a particular area or place are known as local journals, where scientific publication with a national focus publish research from a particular nation or region is for national scientific journal. For the last is international scientific journal. Is a worldwide scope are those that published in international journal. So basically, it's based on the scope of the journal, local, national, and international. The next is that the parameters used to determine the quality of international scientific journals. The first is the impact factor. The next is article influence, and the last is age index. Those are the parameters to determine the international scientific journal. And the next question is, what are the Scopus Index international scientific journals for the field of computer science? Basically, Scopus is a database of academic research papers, conference proceedings, and the other research outputs, including computer science, is called Scopus. So here is the example of the computer scientific journals in the Scopus database. For the first is International Journal of Applied Science Systemic Studies, International Journal of Computational Vision and Robotics, International Journal of Modeling, Identification and Control, and the fourth is International Journal of Power and Energy Conversion, and the last is International Journal of Power Electronics. Okay, we go to the next question. It is, what are the forms of ethnical violation of scientific publication? The first is misappropriation of ideas, plagiarism, self-plagiarism, impropriety of authorship, failure to comply with legislative and regulatory requirements. And the next question is, when is a capital letter used in a sentence? So mainly for the first letter of sentences, names, days, and month, as well as for some abbreviations, it also always reads the first person pronoun as a capital. The next is, what is an effective sentence? State the characteristics. So basically, a statement that expresses a topic or idea succinctly and clearly is considered effective. It should have a clear structure, be simple to grasp, and employ language and words that are suitable. And the next is, what is the paragraph structure? The organization of a paragraph and the connection between the concept it delivers are referred to as the paragraph structure. Paragraph is a collection of connected phrases that elaborate on a single subject or major theme. The next question is, give an example of plagiarism. You can see in the left, which is the student retro A, and in the right is the source. We can see that in the student retro A, he or she is just copy the text from the source, which is contains like a million of fishes, sea lions, and other creature, and also there is the same character in the source. So the writer A has include a word for word passage from his or her source without any indication that it is a direct quotation. So uh, it is one of the plagiarism case. Okay, for the next is, give an example of double meaning sentence. So basically, double meaning sentence is a phrase or figure of speech that may be taken to signify two distinct things or be perceived in two different ways is known as double entendre or double meaning. Of this one is frequently hilarious. So for the first example is, if I said, you have a beautiful body, would you hold it against me? One interpreter of these questions is that the speaker's wondering if they will be judged for commenting or the recipient's physical appearance. But in the secondary meaning, the speaker is asking for the recipients to embrace them intimately. Okay, I think that's all for the question and my answer in the scientific's final exam. So thank you for watching my video and see you later.